Hello everybody, how are you? I'm Fotini. I'm talking to you from Athens, Greece. I'm a self-knowledge consultant, esoteric astrologer. I'm an activator of higher consciousness, and I'm carrying the energies of High Priestess. This is the part 2 video where I'm going to share with you information about the upcoming new moon with the incredible stellium with planets in Aries. It's actually 8 planetary bodies. I will call them bodies. They are not planets. In astrology, we use the term planets and we use the term the lights. The lights are the sun and the moon, representative of the masculine energy, the sun, and the feminine energy, which is the moon. I'm calling them representative of both energies with the sense of they are the archetype. And we have 2 asteroids, which is Aries and Chiron in Aries. And then we have Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, and Mars in Aries. So we have 8 planetary bodies. I was meditating for this new moon for quite some time now, because we had a process since February where I had my birthday, I'm an Aquarius, where we had continuous stellium in the same sign, in Aquarius, then in Pisces, then in Aries. But this stellium is the most crowded, 8 planetary bodies, and it's very rare. Also, it has the most important gathering, which is Neptune and Saturn, which both have transited recently in Aries, pointing out to a totally new era. And I'm saying that because Aries rules the head, and head is the space where the electromagnetic signal is sending out to the physical existence, to the physical creation that shapes the reality each and every one of us live in. The heart, on the other hand, is what we are magnetizing into our body. Example, let's say that you believe that you are beautiful. You say that in your head. You say, I am beautiful. And if you believe that, if you understand, because the heart is under the head, if you understand and believe it and support it, then the outer world will reflect that back to you. People will make you feel that you are beautiful. Now the thing is, of course, that there are various reasons of discerning what the true intention of each individual is. It's up to you. That's why the energies of the High Priestess, which is the third eye, which is where the masculine and the feminine are united in one single vision, there aren't two perspectives, there is one. Is what makes you a wise person. Not a clever person, but a wise person. And that's different. That's why the element of Sophia, which is, by the way, the timeline of Greece, where we had the goddess of Sophia, which is Pallas Athena, but also Sophia is the part of love wisdom, the second ray, which is the ray of our solar system. And it is the true escort, the true partner of Christ. Because Christ is the symbol of love and Sophia is the symbol of wisdom. And so, wisdom is truly know how this world is shaped of. The hidden mysteries combined with the outer reality. That's wisdom. It's not science. It's not metaphysics, mysticism. We got out of Pisces and from the era of Pisces with the hidden mysteries, the mystery schools and so on. And we are in an occult era, which is the era of Aquarius. Aquarius and Aries are connected through Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, but it's the hierarchical ruler of Aries, according to esoteric astrology. Because what we are bringing from the ethers, Aquarius rules the etheric plane, the multidimensional space, we bring it through our upper star gates, which is the 9th, 10th and 12th and beyond gates, through our crown chakra, through our head space, into the physical plane. This is how we do, for example, inventions. This is how the telephone was created, the electricity was created, and all this. These were light information that was coming from the higher mind, and the minds of the human took the information and shaped it into something real. The same goes with us as human, as what we want to bring in our reality. In Greek, we have a myth, and you might know it, the myth of Prometheus. And Prometheus took the fire, which is the element of the higher mind, from Zeus, the father of gods, and bring it to the human, which is the fire. Now the fire, which is the element of Aries, and it is highlighted right now, has, as everything up on earth, everything, two sides. The one is bringing warmth, help us have food. But the other side is destruction, it's war. And the same thing happens with how we think. The way of thinking, it can be creative or it can be destructive. Energy is neutral, and we have to understand it. Energy is in service of consciousness, the I am. And everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. Everything you see around you is energy. The thing is, how do you use it? How do you use yourself? How do you use your thoughts? How do you use your body? Where do you place your focus? And how do you use this energy? The shadow side of Aries is power, the word power. Aries, through Aries and through Leo and Capricorn, these are the three signs, we have the first ray of willpower passing through. And I'm saying passing through because the first ray is not the ray of our solar system. The ray of our solar system is love, wisdom. But the willpower, it's the power of God, it's the power to create, it's the power that is inherited within the Word. And what we say, it is what we create. That's why today's video is about using your true voice for creating your reality. There is a certain way of how we speak into existence, into creation. Last year, and this is part of my work, I channeled a protocol of all the stargates and the multidimensional aspect of one being, and how opening these gates you can bring into this plane of existence the will of God, the will to create. But this must be channeled through the throat chakra, because the word is with God. But in order to sustain your voice, first you have to sustain your own physical body. You have to have a sovereign body, and by sovereign body I mean not the body of your ancestors, because the body that you are carrying is reprogrammed with the beliefs of your ancestors, but reprogramming your mind and your subconscious mind. This goes together, and this is the sun and the moon. And so with this stellium, we have the pattern shaping in the sky, reflecting back to us, because that's what the planets are doing, reflecting back to us in a row how we create, with focus in the first ray, the will of God. Interesting enough, the only planet that shows love, Venus, is in Taurus, which is her sign. It's the sign where which Venus rules. So everything is as it should be. And also we have a square to Jupiter, being in Cancer, where the word of the mother is also present. So we have the father, which is, let's say, Aries, the will of God, the masculine energy. We have mother, Cancer, shaping a square, which it might be a tense aspect, but it's also reflecting the perceived contradiction, which can be harmonized if, and only if, it is understood through the esoteric ruler of Aries, which is Mercury, and it is in Aries, that there is no contradiction, as above, so below. But the thing is that how you want to express this power, this force, through the path of creation or through the path of destruction, because that's the thing. Energy is one. Consciousness, it's one. The expression of consciousness upon earth is dualistic. And that's the key. Yet, together with Sun in Aries for this new moon and the moon, we have Chiron. And the symbol of Chiron is a key. And Chiron is the wound in the heart. And the heart is what I said before, where the two becomes one, where the feminine and the masculine are united under the compassion of unconditionally loving each other, because they acknowledge each other as equal forces of creation, with nothing to divide, except from the perceived difference in power, or the illusion of power games, which is the key factor of Neptune in Aries, as if the one part is more powerful than the other, or that we need the one without the other. No. That is the expression of duality upon the earth plane, for purpose of learning, but not for purpose of embodying, because when you embody duality, you have war, which is Mars in Aries. And that's why you have to embody harmony, the opposite side of Aries, which is Libra. And that is the key of this lunation, which is grandiose, to fully embody both energies within. And the key code for that, the key codes for that are two. One is 244 code and 100. First, 244 code is the code of uniting the masculine and the feminine within, and the code 100 is the code of unconditional love. You can find both codes for activating your consciousness and embodying with certain techniques and words this state of existence. You can find these codes in my community board, and I will put these two also in the description box, in the first comment, so that you can have them. Embodying through codes are the easiest and fastest way for not only embodying the energies and activate it, but also work with your mind, with Mercury, to understand what it means having masculine and the feminine within, how it looks, because it has nothing to do with what gender you are. And you may know that. You may conceptualize it by talking about it, by thinking about it, but this is not embodiment unless you activate that within and you take the information and you do the certain visualization that there is in Code 100. That's why the codes were given in 2019. For this time exactly to be used by the masses in your own time and with your own rhythm. And so that you cannot divide within the feminine and the masculine, because you are both. You are one unified field. Because if you believe that you are not, then you are searching for something outside of you through a connection, through a relationship, through whatever. And the point is that it's not the relationship itself, it's the perception of lack that you have that prevents you from living, expressing, creating, and enjoying life, which is, by the way, the element of Aries. I hope that I helped you understand the importance of this lunation. There are hundreds, thousands of explanations on YouTube, in social media about various interpretations for this new moon, and it's all fine. This is the way I want to communicate astrology and esoteric astrology, to show you how you can work with your map and with the energies for elevating your consciousness, for expanding your consciousness, for understanding more. And this is the way that I work with the stars. I hope you find it interested. I hope you follow me with subscribing to the channel, like the video, or even better, having the code, or if you want to book a session with me. Thank you very much, and we will talk tomorrow with another video about a very significant new code that I mentioned during the video with all stargates, which is code 888, and it has to do with creation. Thank you very much. Bye.